Hey guys, Aaron Cybertron Zhang here, and today I have yet another battle from the June International Challenge. Yesterday's battle was really down to the wire, and it came down to basically the last turn, whether my Garchomp would KO his Edge Slash. If you haven't watched that video, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but it was an incredible battle. Check that out. But anyway, on to today's battle. My opponent does have some pretty cool Pokemon. You see his own Lucario. I am using Mega Lucario as well, so we have that Mega Lucario mirror matchup. He's also got a Mamoswine and Zapdos, and Zapdos is a Pokemon I want to talk about just for a bit because it's picked up so much popularity recently in VGC 2014. Of course, Ray Rizzo used it to get top 8 at US Nationals. He actually based it off Sejong Park, who used Zapdos to, of course, win Korean Nationals, and it's just a really popular Pokemon on rain teams and out of rain teams as well. Lucario is one that kind of did not live up to the hype that people kind of expected to. I actually used it at Nationals. Unfortunately, I did choose to use a physical variant with Stone Edge, and Stone Edge basically missed all 3 times I used it at Nationals, which was rather unfortunate, but that's kind of what happens when you choose to use a lower accuracy move like that. But I'll talk more about that in my Nationals team report. So let's just get on to the battle today. Going into it, I knew Zapdos would be a huge pain because while my team aims to knock out Pokemon right away with super effective hits, I don't really have a way to effectively knock out Zapdos. One of the beautiful things about Zapdos is it can survive basically any attack in the format other than, ironically, Mamoswine. Mamoswine's probably one of the hardest counters to it, but other than that, it's really, really bulky. Can survive, Spec Strike Meteor from Modest Hydreigon, which is absolutely crazy. I'm going to lead with Rotom Wash and Gengar against his Mamoswine and Lucario, which is an excellent lead matchup for me. Rotom Wash, one of the best counters to Mamoswine, and Gengar does pretty well against the Lucario as well. He goes for the Icicle Crash right away with the Mamoswine, revealing to me that he is indeed Choice Scarf. I kind of assumed like he was Choice Scarf or Life Orb, so I actually just went for the Hydro Pump, but Gengar did go for the Will-O-Wisp onto the Hydreigon. I was expecting a physical variant Lucario, so I just wanted to burn it, switching out into Hydreigon. I'll take that any day, and the Hydro Pump actually picks up the one-hit KO onto that Mamoswine, so that's really big. 4-3 lead instantly, and knocking out Mamoswine is actually probably more important than you'd imagine it to because I do have Mega Lucario in the back, and Scarf Mamoswine, not too fun to deal with, especially if you're a Mega Lucario player. He's going to bring in his own Mega Lucario there and Mega Evolve, obviously, to get the speed boost, but this turn I'm just going to double protect because I want to scout and see what moves he has, and of course I want to get some more damage on that Hydreigon. Of course, burn damage is always good. He, of course, goes for the Detect on Lucario, smart play on his end because he wants to pick up the knockout on Gengar. And of course, Lucario, before it Mega Evolves, is actually not faster than Gengar, so if he didn't protect, I would have outsped him with Gengar. Fortunately enough, because I double protected, I get a free turn basically. Here he reveals that he's actually a special variant Lucario, or a Sphere, instead of using a close combat, which I am more than happy to see because my Rotom Wash, of course, is more specially defensive, and Mega Lucario with close combat can actually knock out Rotom, surprisingly. It has a pretty good chance of doing so. Of course, because he did not close combat, Shadow Ball is not going to knock out the Lucario, but it still does around 75%. He goes for the double target here onto Rotom, and Rotom's actually going to be able to take that relatively well, You're not going to be able to knock out a Citrus Rotom with special attacks like Aura Sphere and Dark Pulse, and I think that's just a testament to how good Rotom Wash is in the format. Lucario, Mega Lucario, and Hydreigon are 2 of the best special attackers, and they still can knock it out even with the double target. So I take a 4-2 lead now, and, things are looking really good for me. He went for the Rock Tomb earlier into my Protect, which was really weird, and surprisingly enough, he's not even Choice Scarfed or Choice Specs as he revealed the Dark Pulse this turn. So I was kind of curious as to what kind of Hydreigon set he was running, maybe Hobbenberry, but with a 4-2 lead and a Gengar that's faster than both of his Pokemon, I know I just have to knock out Hydreigon, and then I'll be able to double target the Zapdos to victory. I go for the Sludge Bomb here, and Hydreigon, of course, pretty specially defensively built, is able to actually hang on with a decent amount. Dark Pulse is actually going to knock out my Rotom Wash, and Zapdos most definitely is going to be not able to knock out this Gengar. So he takes ties it up at 2-2, So some concern here, but once again, I know with the Pokemon I have in the back, I should be fine. However, Zapdos is a Pokemon that's always scary to even 2v1 against because, has Thunder Wave, has Roost, and as Ray Rizzo showed at Nationals, it even carries Swagger off, and that is picking up popularity. Swagger is actually an excellent move on a support Pokemon like Zapdos. So I know he still might have a chance, depending on how fast he is. Maybe he can Swagger my Gardevoir, then T-Wave my Lucario. I mean, obviously, the chance is definitely, I mean, my chances are very good, but the game's not over yet. But I do Mega Evolve. I do go for the Bullet Punch here. I know even if he does carry Protect, he's going to faint from the burn, but I just want to knock it out because I don't want my Mega Lucario to faint. He does go for the T-Wave. Like I said, he needs his options, and that's definitely the play he needed to make in order to even have a chance of winning. Gardevoir is not going to be paralyzed, though. It is going to get a Moonblast off, and of course, I am running Choice Specs Gardevoir. You see there, it does around 60-70%, which is really good. I do carry Stone Edge on this Lucario, but I'm not going to risk the miss, and I go for the close combat, but he actually hangs on with what looks like 1 to 5 HP, and things could have been really bad for me here. He actually shows a Rocky Helmet on the Zapdos, and he goes for the Roost. If he went for the T-Bolt there, and I was fully paralyzed with Gardevoir, I might have actually just lost the battle right there. But fortunately enough, I am able to get that Moonblast off once again, and Zapdos here is going to faint. You know, the only way he could have really won anyway is if he T-Bolt on my Lucario. I was fully paralyzed, and then was fully paralyzed again. So the chances there were relatively low. You know, I played my odds. I hate Stone Edge. I never want to use it, and like I said, I missed it all the times I used it at Nationals. So it's really an awful move to rely on, especially on a frail Mega Evolution like Lucario. So if I had to recommend a Mega Lucario build, I'd first of all probably recommend Rock Slide over Stone Edge, but I'll talk more about that in my team analysis. Regardless, I was still able to win the game 1-0, despite being up 4-2. My opponent was nearly able to pull it back, but of course, fortunately enough, my Gardevoir was clutch enough, did not get fully paralyzed, and ended up winning the game. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that game. Leave a like, of course. 500 likes is the daily requirement for uploads, but I'll be doing my best regardless to keep you guys with daily uploads, since you guys have been really awesome in supporting me basically since I came back and decided to post videos. Anyway, that's it for tonight, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow.